LeBron James' son spoke to the media yesterday. He's never done that. He's never had a press conference. And this first time I've heard him speak. And I thought he handled the questions really well, including the obligatory, do you want to play with your father?
I don't think I would just, like, when I get there, I don't think it would be me and my dad. You know, I would be happy about getting to the league instead of me thinking about playing with my dad. But that's, like, not my mindset right now at all. I'm just trying to put in the work and see where it takes me from there.
Yes, you're LeBron James's son. You've benefited from that, but he does have to earn this. It's not his dream, it's his dad's dream. He has to make the league. And maybe he ends up in the G League. I don't see somebody drafting him in the first round because you're not drafting him and then all of a sudden LeBron goes, oh, okay, Houston drafted him. I'm going to Houston. That's not happening. I think we thought that was a possibility. That's not happening. Everything that LeBron has is in L.A. His business, building a new home. He's got 2 other kids in high school. He's not going anywhere. But I love what Bronny's doing. He's got to earn it. And, now you're hearing he's not as tall as we thought. He's a little heavier than he was at USC. And, he has the ability to, he's got a nice shot, knows how to play the game, pretty good defender. But, he's not changing a franchise. And I think that this is where he has to figure out, this is what I do well, and I can help this team. Not, I'm going to get this job because my dad, is LeBron. And I don't think that we should confuse those two things. He has to earn a spot because you don't want him to go out there and get embarrassed. And I would love for him to go back to college like Duquesne. There was that possibility. Go back, play, be one of the stars, be, the man, and get that full year because, he had the heart condition, that scare. Then he came back and you're kind of thrown into Pac-12 play. There were some really good teams in the Pac-12. And, he wasn't the best player, not even close on his own team. And they said, well, he played out of position. Well, he played out of position because the guy who was playing his position was better than him. But you can't help but root for him. He seems like a great kid. And I hope he gets that opportunity for himself, not for his dad. Yeah, Paul.
I'll bet you LeBron started thinking about this years ago. I think we mentioned it on this show years ago. He may stay to play with his son.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you 4 years ago for LeBron, it was like, in theory, this would be great. And now it's a reality, and it's not as simple as, I'll just get him on the team I'm on. No one has more juice than LeBron. But I think LeBron may recalibrate himself and think, he should think, maybe the dream is to play against my son in a game. Maybe my son will be a Portland Trailblazer 8th man, and he'll check into a game, and I'll be on the floor, and my son will get switched on a defensive assignment.
I would just hope my son got into the NBA. None of this other stuff. We're playing on the same team or playing against. Just let him be his own person. LeBron, by mentioning this, puts so much pressure on him. Like he really should be going back to college, I think, for one more year. But he might be saying, how long is my dad going to play? Is he going to play 2 more years? 3 more years? How much better is Bronny going to be? But, he's got to prove that he can play. And I think he's had a pretty good week so far at the Combine, by all accounts. LeBron James' son spoke to the media yesterday.
There it is, Street.
He's never done
that. In the building.
He's never had a press conference.
Let's go. Here we are, man. We on Hayes Street, man. We still in the Virgin Islands, man. We had such a good time, man. We was hanging out. And we just told the private jet, just stay out there, man. We get there when we get there, dog. Sunset out here, beautiful. We on the island. Got people down here. We got mountains, clouds, sun, water. Come on, man. Earth, wind, and fire, huh? Talk to your boy. Talk to your boy.
Boy, say Earth, wind, look at that sunset, man. That's like something out of a movie, dog, don't it?
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. That's what we do, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man, coming through. Again, we got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time to talk about it. But we here, man, and we talking about Bronny James, the son of NBA legend, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, all-star LeBron James. at the NBA Combine and getting out of college. How many years did he do college? 1, right?
1.
So so different from football. Football you got to do 3. In college, it used to be out of high school. Now they changed it. You have to do what, 1 year in college?
Yeah, we used to be able to jump straight from high school and go to but they keep changing it. They keep changing it.
Why do you think that is, dog? Because you still could go straight to baseball, from baseball high school to the pros in baseball. I understand football because of the physical aspect, but why do you think it's like that in basketball?
I think basketball, it had something to do with business. I don't think it's necessary what goes on the court.
Say that again. It's a little choppy on my side. I'm not sure what happened.
I think basketball has something to do with business. I don't think it's necessarily what happens on the court. I remember we were in high school. What happened? Guys were going straight to the NBA. I remember we were in high school. And then they stopped it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was to kind of dilute, because they have their own little G League. So if they started taking players straight from high school to the NBA, then that would kind of to the NBA their own G League. Their own G League. So I don't think it's a football thing. Like, hey man, you gonna get your head knocked off, man. I think it was more of controlling of the field, controlling the recruitment of basketball, controlling the guys that got inflow come through. Then overtime league came, and then just kind of fucked everything up. I know you.
All right, real quick. I think we're having some technical difficulty. They say it's an echo feedback.
Yeah.
It's like it's bouncing back.
Let's see. See if we can figure this out.
Yeah. So while he's doing that, I'll go ahead and give you my expert, my expert, non-expert opinion on basketball. I agree. I agree that it is about money. I think that they were maybe losing. Am I echoing as well? Let me know in the chat if I'm echoing as well. But they call you Disco Dave, dog. That's funny.
Disco Dave.
But
I don't hear you.
Long story short,
I don't hear you echoing.
No, okay. If I'm not, no, I'm not. It says you are. Maybe it's coming through. Oh, do you have that noise cancellation on the back? Maybe, I don't know. But anyhow, I'll give you my expert, non-expert opinion. I do believe it's about money. I think that a lot of guys were trying to leave out and go right away. Of course, the best players are now out of college. At least they get them for 1 year. I think what Adam says, what did he just say? You just have to be 1 year removed from high school. Okay, so he's talking about the G League. All right, appreciate that information. I wasn't sure. I knew you had guys like Kobe, of course, and those guys went straight from high school to the pros. But now I knew they implement that rule, but I don't know if they changed it or whatever the case may be. But now you just have to be 1 year removed. And I think that's kind of what LeVar Ball did, if I'm not mistaken, with his sons going out the country, coming back, and all of that good stuff. But we'll definitely dive into it and see. Let's see. Sound check one time.
1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Oh, that's kind of delayed.
Keep going.
It's kind of delayed. What was that about? Kind of delayed. What was that about?
Nah, it's on your side because you delayed. It's like you talking, your mouth moving. It's like an old Chinese movie, the old kung fu movie.
Let me go.
I don't know what's going on over there. I'm telling you, one thing about these computers, dog, and this streaming stuff, this stuff get finicky. Boy, you change one thing or one update come in and it's bad. I'm telling you, trust me, I know. But anyhow, Bronny James, I did not realize, like I say, I don't really follow it too much, but Bronny James, 6'1". I'm not sure all the stats. His daddy's 6'8". So I think he got his mama height. Damn genetics, boy. Genetics is terrible. But anyway, it got him decent, right? Bronny James, they tell me he's 6'4". Well, you can't trust Wikipedia, but they got him at 6'1". Oh, here we go. Combine measurements. Oh, they did it dirty. They say he's 6'1" with shoes. Dang. Oh, without shoes. Okay. So he was measured at 6'1.5" without shoes, despite being listed as a stocky 6'4" at USC. Oh, this is what we be trying to tell y'all when y'all be looking at some of these guys' heights and stuff on these doggone rosters. They have him at 6'4". He listed as 6'1.5". Let's see if you're good now.
I saw that. Right. I saw that.
It's still bad, dog.
You might hold it down today, boy. It might be on you, though. You might have to hold it down today. It might be on you. It might be on you, though. You might have to hold it down today.
Jump on your phone. Just jump on your phone.
Let me see. You got one more thing.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I hold this down, boy.
You got one more thing.
You got to jump on his phone, boy. It's gonna be a tough one for you, boy, to hold this down right here. I'm gonna need some help from somebody, somewhere, somehow. But anyway, we talking about Bronny James, and here's what a story I've been hearing. I've heard this: LeBron James and Bronny James wanted to be the first father-son duo out there. They talked about, I guess his son was supposed to be projected, and I'm not hearing, not that he's not a good player, but I'm gonna go with the unfair comparison that sons get to their fathers who are great, the Michael Jordans, right? When you hear about those kind of comparisons, right? Just to kind of flip it to football, right? Is this receiver as good as this dad, or, that kind of thing. And so those are some big shoes to fill, literally. And that's what's hard about this, man. Is Bronny a good player? From everything that I'm reading and the research I've done, yeah, good player. Is he his father? No. Is he a guy that can do some things on the basketball court? Probably so. From my understanding, he averaged 3 points in college. I don't know if that's a lot. I don't think so. And so with that being said, it raises questions. Like you saw the guys in there talking about maybe being picked up by the G League and so forth. I guess the question is, should he have stayed in college? Because as I titled this thing, is he ready or not? All right. And there's some people saying he needs to stay in college longer. He decided, I'm going to the league. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm waiting for my expert Street to come on and get that thing figured out. Maybe he'll pop in on his phone. 127 in the building. Appreciate it. We are dual streaming this thing on both sides, on my side as well as on Street side over there on Footballville. However, there are a couple of things as I look at this and I say to myself, all right, he's 6'1", averaging 3 points. He has the name, right? We know he has the name. But my bad, 44 Mason say Kung Fu Street. Y'all crazy, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, Kung Fu Street. But anyhow, I think that's interesting. They say he shot well. I think he shot 12 threes in a row. Had some good shooting. He finished 19 of 25 in the 3-point shooting star drill, which put him second among all participants in the year's event. All right, let's see if my dog ready, man. Let's see if he's ready to cook. Oh, interesting point right there. No, after the heart scare, this is the son that fell out with the heart thing. After the heart scare, they were ready to play him until later in the season. I thought I needed to stay one more year to understand his off-ball game. All right. Like I said, that could be interesting. I'm not really sure in the sense of how that works, but I think I'm gonna just equate this to football. My draft grade ain't too high. So what am I doing? And I know in basketball it's way less than football when it comes to the amount of players being drafted. Well, it's only like 2 rounds, Street. It's only 2 rounds.
I think it's 3.
Oh Lord.
You,
Oh Lord. That's
you're
horrible.
in bad shape, dog. I had to jump on your phone.
Horrible.
You had
Let me
to
jump. I'm
jump on
jumping
your
on my phone. I
phone,
got you.
dog.
I'm gonna run. I'm jumping on my phone. I'm jumping on my phone. I got you. I'm jumping on my phone.
All right. So anyhow, 3 rounds, right? And I don't really understand how the lottery works. Shout out to myself up here making the thing happen. I am the underdog king. Huh? Y'all like that? Underdog king? Woo. I ordered this shirt too big, but I'll wash it a couple times. It'll be all right. But anyhow, so I question, and I guess the question is, let me ask the chat. Do you all think he should have stayed an additional year? Yes or no? You put yes in if you believe so. No, if not, is good for him to leave out. The second question, really, I want to ask Street this too. It's a word I kind of been hearing a little bit. Nepotism. Nepotism. Right? Is Bronny James and LeBron James, are they using their names to get him into the NBA? I want to ask Street about that. What do you guys think about that? I mean, yes, do you think yes or no? If you think he should stay an additional year, stay the additional years in college, and then 2, you think there's some nepotism going on here? Getting the son in, LeBron James using his name, image, and likeness to get his son into the NBA. I don't know. I'm just posing questions based on things that I've been seeing and kind of doing a little bit of research. Adam says, no, don't let the college game expose him. Go to the G League and compete to be a role player in the league. Okay. No problem, Adam. But here's now my question. My question now becomes, is that part of the plan? Because I think the plan, and this may have been the first time it's been done, I may be wrong, but the father-son duo in the league. And as the guys kind of alluded to, saying, hey, the plan was for them to play together. The plan was for them to play together on a team. Now it looks like the plan may be for them to play against one another. So that's a big question right there as well. Again, and time is not on LeBron's side, right? He's getting up there in age. What is he, 40 now? I believe he's 40. So time may not be of essence when it comes to LeBron. So an additional year in the G League, I get that part. But how many years can that happen? Especially despite, or some kind of injury or something that kind of just make you walk out. I don't know. We see that stuff happen all the time. Look at my son right here. Kyle Hayes Jr. We could be the first father-son YouTube duo. Son, go to sleep. Go to sleep. And try to stay, color in the lines, please. Huh? I've been telling you for years. You're 19 years old, and I'm still trying to teach you how to color in the lines. Go over there with your coloring book and color in the line while daddy work. Got time for this foolishness, man, you won't. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. All right, got my dog in the building up in here.
I still sound. I'm on my phone now. I still sound. I'm on my phone. I don't know what. Hold up now.
I don't know. Let me check my settings. No, it's all good.
Stream y'all might be.
Street, you got the boogeyman in the house, man.
No, I don't switch to the phone now. It shouldn't be doing the same. No, I don't switch to the phone now. It shouldn't be doing the same thing.
Street, you got the boogeyman in there with you, man.
I'm just do sign language like that lady.
Yeah.
I'm just do sign language like that lady.
I don't know what you got going on, bro.
Me either.
I'm trying to make sure I don't have another window open by accident. See what they doing you like that, man? So you like Cool Mo D, man.
The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West.
I wonder
Where's
why
the
it's popping like that, man.
Yeah, how's the feedback coming? From where? Yeah, that don't make sense.
Sound like Jam Pony Express. Somebody said restart the stream. What? That's a work there, boy.
Nothing to all that. Now that's too much. Now all that.
Maybe it's me, dog. You want me to log out? I'll log out and log right back in. Maybe it's me.
Try it.
I'll log out and log back in.
I don't know.
See you in Chuck Woolery, 2-2.
And got me jumping on the phone. And if it's you, now he done got me jumping on the phone. Now if it's him, that's crazy. He gone. Y'all don't even hear it no more, huh? Give me a thumbs up if it's straight now. Oh Lord, he done got me. I'm all on my phone. He done put me on my phone, and it's the light skinned dude, man. No, so listen. It was him the whole time. Son of a. I'm gonna jump back on the computer. Some of them. Just like the light skinned dude blaming me. Some of them. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Having no technical difficulties today, dog. Get Bronny James stats up here. There it is. It was the light-skinned brother. There it is. There are them stats. So listen. We thought this was interesting. Shout out to everybody with the thumbs up. We thought this was an interesting conversation. I mean, because LeBron said he wanted to play with his son. Okay, so a couple months ago, Bronny James coach leave and he jumps in the transfer portal. Well, we thought he was jumping in the transfer portal. And he went ahead and declared for the NBA draft. Now he's at the combine. Yesterday was his first day, man, and actually, man, he did pretty decent. But the question is he's 6'1", right? Kind of find out he's 6'1". I think his vertical was like the third highest vertical yesterday when he jumped. I think he was 16 for 21 from the 3-point line. He did pretty good. I don't know. I got a different kind of take on this, and I want to see how y'all feel about that. Shout out to Mohan Hansen. I'll talk to you on your next show, Coach. I heard I'm wanted. I want all the smoke. Cal Hayes, you might have to come in here and do the show with Coach Hayes. Shout out to Mo Hansen with the $4.99, man. We appreciate it. So yeah, when I first heard this, man, the first thing I thought of is that, okay, listen, he averaged 4 points a game at USC. He didn't start. Now he's going to the NBA draft. The first thing I thought about was his dad's leverage. I heard what Dan Patrick them are talking about, but that was the first thing I thought about. The first thing I thought about was the leverage that his dad has. We saw the frenzy anytime Bron comes open into the free agency market. Now I think he just read up for one more year, some crazy contract, 2-year contract extension, $97.1 million into 24-25 season. But I don't think it's far-fetched, right? Let's see, how many rounds is in the NBA draft? Let's see. I think it's 4. Since 1989, the draft has consisted of 2 rounds. This is much shorter than the entry draft. Oh, it's 2. So it's only 2. Why is there only 58 pickups? There are also 58 pickups in the year draft after both 76ers and Suns had a forfeit second round selections for free agents. NBA playoff structure rounds. Yeah, it's only 2. Woo. Right. So, but still, like, somebody like got Coach Hayes in the back. I don't know if he's ready to come back in here. Give me a thumbs up. You ready to come back in here, light skin wonder? Oh,
I'm ready.
you got your own control. Say something.
I'm ready. I'm good. We good, though.
You good now?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know what that was about, bro, but it was you. It wasn't me, son of a. But no, what I was telling them, Hayes, was my first thought was that the influence of his dad. Like, we know when LeBron is a lot to a team. I mean, business, exposure. So we know how much weight he holds every time he become a free agent. You saw Jeannie Buss sitting laughing with him, right? I didn't meet Jeannie Buss, but she was in the lobby when I was in LA. Looked just like Barbie doll. Hey, look like goddamn Barbie.
Face stretched like this.
She beautiful lady though. I can't tell how old she is. She could be anywhere between 25 and 66. I couldn't tell.
Born in 1926.
But you saw the picture of a few weeks ago when they're sitting there with LeBron and they're laughing with him like, and everybody was like, hey man, that look a little inappropriate. But that's probably how close they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find it far-fetched. It's them walking in there and him saying, hey, I'll re-up for this 24-25 season. I'll re-up 2 more seasons. If my son is undrafted, y'all pick him up. Why wouldn't he do that?
Okay. All right. Let me ask you, how many people are on a team? 15?
Like 15, something like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he could be the 15th dude, 14th dude on the bench.
Right. Why not? See, a lot of us like to think, and me and Hayes, me and you talk about this. We like to think that the world is fair. Right?
Yeah, Yeah.
We like to think that the world is fair, but no, man. The way people rule the world is by leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And power. And I don't want to use the word manipulating, but if you have the leverage, sometimes you use it. How do you think the CEO of these companies, you know what I'm saying, their kids grow up and they hire them? Like Donald Trump had all his kids, all his kids was in the White House with him, wasn't
he? Yeah, offices and everything. Yeah.
Right. So I don't see that being far-fetched. We're just not used to doing it because we're not used to having that leverage in those arenas.
Yeah, so I kind of started this while you were out kind of fixing or trying to fix the audio, which was my fault. But I brought up the word nepotism right before you came. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Okay.
And maybe that's what you were talking about while I was off. Do you think that's a thing? Do you think that's something
that was my first thought? Okay. The reason I would think that's a thing is because I just had his stats up. Hayes, did you see him?
No. I know he averaged 3 points a game.
4.8 games, 2-point rebounds. You know what I'm saying? He could shoot the ball and he could play defense, right?
That boy looking like coach out there, boy.
He's not 6'8". He ain't 7 foot. He ain't just a guy that just came for 1 year so he could jump to the league. Who enters the NBA draft? Who enters the NBA combine like that?
He ain't 6'4" either. He's 6'1".
Who gets it? Yeah. Some reporter yesterday, somebody, he walked up to him. He was like, he was small. Like when I saw De'Aaron King for the first time, he was like, I can't believe that was him. He was small.
Yeah, De'Aaron King little.
And the reporter was like 5'5" himself. Everybody was like, the nerves
right.
of you. Hey,
Right.
So who enters the NBA draft, or who with this stats, and how does he get a chance? Now I don't know how the combine work, but I would only think that is elite, right? Like it's something like a dream to get a chance.
In the words of Trick Daddy Dollars, you got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody
that knows somebody.
And guess what? I know my daddy, and my daddy know y'all. And let's get it. Because like I was asking this earlier, should he or should he not stay? Right? Like, you know, some like Adam said, maybe he goes to the G League and develop for a year. Or my question was, why not stay in college for an additional year and develop in that sense? You know, but again, I guess if I got the leverage, why not use it?
Right. So that was my first thought. Okay, well, got pretty big balls to go jump in the combine, and you. So it's probably that, and a little bit of his dad saying, "No, man, you can play with these dudes," or "Nah, come on, man, we'll get you in there. You go ahead, do your thing, and you know what I'm saying? It'll end well for you." Think about the high school kids that they used to take and just sit them on the bench for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Jermaine O'Neal sat on the bench for a while before he was able to play. I played against Jermaine O'Neal in high school. No. My homeboy little brother played against him. I saw a tape. His little brother died on a motorcycle. He dropped 20 on Jermaine O'Neal. When I was in the military, he made the thing to show me that. But Jermaine O'Neal, one of the kid that the Miami Heat drafted that time, I think his name was Darrell, just sat on the bench for a while. Skinny, got to gain weight.
So here's my question to you then, Street. As we look at it, then okay, what was Bronny in high school? Was he LeBron?
No, nobody was LeBron.
So what I'm saying was, was he the dominant player? Like, was he the dominant player on his team?
No, I had his stats right here. He averaged like 13 points a game, 6 assists, couple rebounds. But he played on a team, but he played on a Sierra Canyon team where the whole team was like stars. They actually had following Sierra Canyon throughout the years. Like cameras followed them, and they had a little show that came on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So amongst those, was he average, a little bit above average? I'm saying like kind of maybe above average. Amongst those players, I'm saying.
He started. Yeah, like middle of the pack. Okay, it's like this. There's no doubt he could play. There's no doubt he could play. He could play. He understands the game. He's smart. He's been around it his whole entire life. This is not why he's at the NBA Combine. These things that we're looking for.
Right.
It's not. Yeah. If you try to add it up that way, it's not going to make sense. It's going to be 2 + 2 = 8. Yeah,
I was just trying to get some history on him to see what. Okay, like so he shows potential, but then when he goes to USC, and he didn't start at USC. Apparently not with those numbers.
No, he didn't start. I think he started maybe a few games at the end of the season. He had a few. He didn't start. No.
Okay. Well, guess what? The only stat that matters is the name on the back of your jersey.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it, dog. Like I said, use the leverage. If you got it, use it. Now, I will say this. I'm not saying don't use your leverage, but I guess my question is, why not play one more? I'm just saying, why not play one more year, whether it be here or like Adam saying in the G League, just from a development standpoint? Yeah, you go to the NBA and be developed, but why not? Because at least you'll be playing. I don't think in the NBA you're going to probably play. If you do, is be very little. Yeah, you'll practice and stuff, but
yeah, see, that's what I think. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like answering it yourself. Like his coach left, and he immediately jumped in the portal, and they made a decision. Hey, man, just come on to the NBA.
All right.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe It could be anything. It could be a deal with Cleveland. Hey, man, pick up my son. And my last year, I'll retire in Cleveland. Like LeBron has the leverage.
Mm-hmm.
He has it. And the way he's been moving throughout his career, I'd be damned if he didn't flex it here.
I get it. Has LeBron come out and said anything? Because I know he was at some games and combine and all that.
He was at the combine today. No, I haven't heard LeBron say anything. I heard Bronny yesterday basically said, "Listen, now he doesn't want to live in his daddy footsteps." But Hayes, it just doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense for his dad to be like, "Come on, man," and he failed. It doesn't make unless Bronny's just doing what he want to do, kind of like Deion Sanders' daughter did. Kids are known for that. But how does he get an invite to the combine?
Because we don't want to piss off your daddy. That's
right. None of it makes sense.
What is the Twitter sphere in the? I mean, I know that's the Devil's Workshop. But what is the blogs and all the people saying? Like
after yesterday, I told you what X said. X said he feels sorry for him. But after yesterday, he went 40-inch vertical. He was like the third highest jumper there. I think he hit 16 for 21. He balled out. Then after that, what you gonna say? Y'all let him in. y'all let him in there.
Okay. And how does he? Because I saw somebody say he was the 98th ranked, but that was prior going to the combine. I guess the combine you kind of get re-ranked or reevaluated or whatever the case may be. I don't know. That's interesting, man. I just come to realize because I look at this very similar to maybe the LeVar Ball situation, not the same but similar, right? Meaning you saw a parent that was pushing his kids. I think they didn't play college. They went overseas somewhere, played, and then came back to the league. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting because if you look at the numbers, they don't add up for a draft pick. Adam said it does make sense. So explain that if you can. But then at the same time, you want him to get into the league. What does he do in the league with these kind of numbers? Besides, like you say, be number 13, 14, or 15th on the bench. Mm-hmm. So if this is a LeBron headed deal, like if he's heading this up, is it because he wants, excuse me, because he does want the father-son duo to be a thing? Is it, and this may be the first time ever. Is LeBron doing this, rushing it because he kind of knows something that we don't know? Get the rumor mill started. Let's crank that thing up.
I think it's about I think it's anything. Any parent want their kid to be happy. Period. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I think we forget about that. Like any parent want their kid to be happy. Here's some highlights from the combine. Y'all want to see? Want to check them out? Want to see? Want
to see it? Here you go.
Well, here you go. Here go a few highlights. Listen.
Show wish my daddy was 6'8" and I was 6'1".
Think about illegal defense and how you have to space the floor, etc.
That's him right there.
I feel like I have an advantage. You know, we played NBA rules.
That boy, they're looking like Craig Hodges.
One of the things I ask you guys always at the McDonald's All-American game, you'll probably remember this, is after you've made all this money playing basketball and you've had a great career, what are you going to do? I think that Gavone's lost his mind.
See?
That trick's no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Gavone. I'm kidding. I had to take.
Bruh, you see what I'm saying? Like, I've been playing basketball against my daddy my whole life. Who y'all been playing against?
My daddy. my daddy was the Bunch Park champion in 1984.
Reed's career.
Well, I think you look at.
Oh, okay. Here's what Adam's saying. All right, I'm going to put this up because here's something I did not know, and I did want to ask you about this as that plays on. Adam said it makes sense to go through the evaluation and not go back to school. So that's what's different in the NBA versus the NFL. That you can go through this process. If you don't grade out well, you can go back to college. In the NFL, once you declare for the draft, you have given up your eligibility in college. So that's what I think he's saying that makes sense. Meaning
That's a huge,
I
yeah,
can
that's
go,
a huge difference.
be evaluated, catch a grade, and say, okay, this is what the pros are looking for. This is what I need to work on. Okay, if that's what you're saying. Now that makes a little bit more sense. All right.
Bronny
To
ain't,
me.
yeah. No, it does. But Bronny ain't. I don't think he's going back to school. You see him out here. You see him.
That boy go play for Flomo right now and make a big difference.
He look fine, and your dad, LeBron James, you look fine. So hey, so let's talk about it. The team that takes Bronny James, right? Once again, we all forget about that is entertainment. It's entertainment, and it's about money at the end of the day. The team that takes Bronny James, now they have this halo over their head. Like, is LeBron gonna come at the end of his career? Like, I just think he has value. Because there's guys that's sitting on the end of the bench we don't even know. From Russia. We don't even know. We don't even know who he is. So there's more value here when you're talking about taking Bronny. Somebody.
Let me ask you this. I hate to make this comparison. Is it also part of the marketing piece of it because of who he is? And I'm not comparing their gameplay more than I am their name and legacy to kind of like the Shador Dion situation, LeBron Bronny situation. Does that kind of
we wouldn't have been watching the NBA Combine.
I didn't even know that. Can I tell you this? I am today years old when I found out they had a combine. I didn't even know they had an NBA combine. So yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean, so Ham 850 say the top 2 picks from the NBA coming from France. Yeah, Ham. Well, yeah, we know that they've been coming from overseas for a long time. But there are guys at the end of the bench. We have no clue who they are. Antetokounmpo's little brother is sitting at the end of the bench, and I'm sure half of y'all didn't know that. And he don't do nothing without his little brother. They'd be like, we're going to give you a deal. He'd be like, yeah, I got one for my brother. Straight up.
So answer this for me, Street. That's interesting. All of these international players, I don't want to sound like that. Not saying why are they coming, but why has their game elevated so that they are now there's such an influx of international players in the NBA when it used to be, what's my man Tony Parker? Wasn't he from France somewhere? Yeah. Every now and then you had a handful. Now this guy's saying the top 2 guys from France, this guy Jokovic, all these different players are coming. Why has the international game elevated so that they can now flood the NBA?
My take on it, I got a long version, short version.
Got 15 minutes.
Here's what's ironic. The international team started beating our Olympic team, right? And then we sent the Dream Team over there. And the Dream Team went over there and beat everybody by 60, right?
Okay.
But what happened in that moment was you created a bar, right? Now they could see the bar. And then they start jumping for the bar. If you give somebody something to strive for, you know what I'm saying? Eventually they'll get there.
Okay.
We played a different game than they played overseas. They wasn't as athletic. They wasn't. So they've always played like a more fundamental game, shooting game, skilled game, i.e. Dirk Nowitzki. We went over there and we played our run and jump fast game with our pros and we beat them.
Bad.
But guess what, Hayes?
Talk to me.
I think they were teaching the game better. That's why Dirk Nowitzki was 7 foot and he could dribble and shoot. And we thought he was soft. He was just more skilled than Shaq. We thought he was soft, but he was more skilled because they were teaching the game different.
Okay. All right, I'm listening. I'm following.
So now what you have is we showed them the bar. So now the world know what the bar is, and then you put that with what they was teaching already. Because now our game is like their game. Positionless is shooting. It's what they were doing already. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so they've caught up to because our game has evolved.
Confusing, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I get you coming.
They were already teaching, you know what I'm saying? Because they had to. It's kind of like the football team that doesn't have the athletes that does something really, really well. They could block. They did it.
The wing T teams, the less talented wing T teams that
Right.
just they're more disciplined.
Right. And then a St. Thomas comes along, right? Get a couple high-end coaches, recruit the best players, and actually they have that fundamental base. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like we play, hey man, we're gonna run the ball 50%, 60% of the time. We're gonna take our shots. And now you got a little bit of the both with a St. Thomas. But that's what it kind of was. They had to teach the game different. They were shooters, they were more fundamental. And now that's what our game is now.
So our game has evolved into what they've been doing for years. Is that what you're telling me?
Right.
Our game is evolved into a perimeter game, and that's kind of what they play because athletically they couldn't back you down like Shaq with the big body and the athleticism of getting to the rim and spin moves. And
they sent us, they sent us Yao Ming. You saw what happened, and Yao Ming was decent. Yao Ming was decent, but and Yao Ming was actually decent. And overseas, they don't play with sports like we play with sports. We play games with sports. We like, you got to go to school and play sports. They be like, hey, listen, your son is a basketball player. He's 13. Come on, putting him in the pros. And they don't play with it. They that's what you are. Okay, you 16, you in the league. By the time you 15, 14, you playing with pros. By the time you 16, 17, you a phenom. Ricky Rubio, the kid from Dallas right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't play the games like we play the games. Gotcha. Everybody should go watch One and Done. LeBron James, One and Done with Ben Simmons when he was in college. And it'll kind of help you understand. They brought him over from Europe, I think. I think Ben Simmons came from Europe, and they put him in college at LSU, and he wasn't going to class. He was like, why? Why do I need to go to class? I come to play basketball. And they had to bench him and they had to suspend him. And he was like, this is stupid. And that was the first time you heard somebody from somewhere else say, March Madness? I don't care about March Madness. I'm trying to get to the NBA.
Right.
And you was like, whoa.
Right.
For the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. He was Australia. Yeah, he was from Australia. One and Done is the name of it. Go check it out.
I definitely will. What about this? So what is like they were saying here in the chat, you got to be removed from high school 1 year. What is overseas criteria? Since they're pros and teenagers or whatever, I don't
think there is a criteria. I think it's like if you could play, you know what I'm saying?
And you overseas, you get a waiver, huh?
Yeah. Those kids, they would. My coach Croco was Cuban. He was really close with Shaky Rodriguez. They would bring guys from overseas over here, bro. And in high school, when they would come here, they would have this physical game like pros because they had been playing against grown men for so long. Now, we didn't know how old these guys was. Mm-hmm. We didn't know, but they were putting them in high school, right? But they had this physical game which made them appear, even the guards, they played physical, you know what I'm saying? Which made them appear older. We wasn't sure. But that was only because they probably had been playing with pros since 14, 15 years old.
All right. So let me flip back to Bronny for a second. So he's the topic of conversation. Based on what you, I guess, kind of saw, maybe followed his career, or this is also to the people in the chat. If you had to make an educated guess, what do you think his future looks like in the NBA? Like what is his role? What does he do? What does he play? How does he fit in? That kind of stuff.
Beverly, y'all know like Beverly or what is Patrick Beverly? You know, Patrick Beverly kind of defensive. Can hit open. I think right now they look at him as kind of like a defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? That could hit an open shot. But I know he's really, really smart. I know he's really, really smart. Bro, listen. Y'all gotta understand.
5 minutes,
bro.
Reggie. 5 minutes, Reggie.
Hayes, what you cannot see, what people have to understand is this. LeBron raised his kids, right? They were there. It's not one of these situations where we can't figure out, well, was they in the house with him or was they with the baby mama? What you can't take from these kids is that they saw their dad their whole life. And they were right there. And that's something you can't teach a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old when he's in his learning stage and he's at the gym with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that training up against anything. Like when he's at his ages where he's just sucking things in and he's at the gym 5-6 hours a day, just running around.
No Diddy, dog. No Diddy.
He's at the gym.
No,
He at the gym.
no Diddy, dog. Just relax. You're doing too much. You're gone too far, Brandon. You know, we was just out there before we started. We was in the reggae room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We listened to that Buju, man. That boy say, yeah, he just run around sucking things in. You're gone too far. Cut the show off. All right. So, okay. So do me a favor. Explain the Patrick's. What do you say, Ben Patrick? Explain what his role is. Like, what does he do? Because I want to really learn this.
What does who do?
You said he's more like a Ben Patrick. What is? You know what you said, Ben Patrick?
Yeah, Patrick Beverly's kind of defensive, kind of guard, defensive guy, harasses people, takes pride in playing defense, can hit an open shot, can make a play when you want to. I think right now he's kind of like, they kind of look at him kind of like defensive.
Okay. All right, man. Well, that's what it is, bro. Like, based on what Adam told us, and now I have a new understanding about this process. Does he, if his grade is not where he wants it, or they sit down, evaluate, and they say, all right, here we go. What's the next step? A, goes back to college. B, goes to G League. Or 3, old boy start throwing his weight around, and you're gonna be in the league. What you think?
I think for him to be able to come
A college, B G League, C, you in the league.
I think for him to be at the combine, it's already been said that something has had to been said to somebody.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
What y'all think in the chat? A, B, or C? A, high school. B, G League. I'm sorry, high school. A, going back to college. B, G League. And C, the old boy gonna be like, man, if you don't get your behind up here on this team, man, and pass me that water. Your boy ain't here putting in some work.
I see people talk about, I made up the story about Ben Simmons, right? Ben Simmons went to Montverde High School. That's like a lower level IMG. He played there for 3 years. Then he went to LSU, right? If you go watch One and Done, right? Mm-hmm. It's obvious he wasn't accustomed to the American way. Even being at Montverde for those 2 or 3 years. That man ain't care about no March Madness. He could care less what March Madness was. Yeah.
Montverde that's right down the street, right there by Claremont. Mm-hmm.
Right. A lot of people came out of there. A lot of them came out of Montverde.
Yeah, Montverde has quite a few players. I know where it is. I always see the signs about it, but I've never been by the school. They don't have a football team and all of that stuff. So y'all just
Right.
I think it's like it's a private school, right? But I don't know what the campus looks like or anything like that.
Like a little junior college, got a huge a nice little gym. A lot of them came out of there. A lot of the 76er center came out of there, I think. The kid that just left New York, I went to see him actually play while he was there at Mount Verta one night. But yeah, Ben Simmons was in Australia. He was like 15.
All right, let's do this before I wrap this up because I got a Canes Talk live tonight, and we're going to get it in, man. We're going to talk about these doggone Florida Gators done mess around and set a time for ABC. ABC stand for always be coaching, and that's what we about to be doing. Always be coaching, man. So real quick, man, you got to, I don't see how. Yeah, Kamani commits today. Committed today. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they got your boy Kamani.
Your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that? Him committing today to
first of all, I'm happy for him. First of all, I'm happy for him. I hope he get it right this time. I'm gonna put the onus on him. You know what I'm saying? I hope he get it right this time. I hope he gets on the field. I hope he does his thing, and I hope he's out there game 1 versus University of Miami, so he could be food for Cam Ward. He can get it together later in the season. He can pull it together later in the season.
Game 2 through 12, ball out, young man. Game one,
epic fail.
Just know this: the check gonna clear. Come on, we got you. We got you.
The check gonna clear.
The check gonna clear. We got you.
Epic fail.
We got
after
you.
That,
man.
after that, do your thing, Thizzle, dog. You got it on see how?
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I got it on see how in the chat. I'm interested in this. It's a little ways away, but I'm interested in this because they're starting up the hype train of what's going on, what's happening. I've heard they've changed some rules to it, so all the fact checkers out there can let me know. And somebody actually asked me about this last night. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Who do I think will win? So let me know your thoughts. He talking a little greasy. Go ahead and play, and then we'll chop it up about it real quick.
Taking this fight for stepping up to try to put an end to me, because that's what all these fighters have been trying to do, is end the YouTuber. And if Mike can do that, then he's a hero.
Is that the goal here? Are you trying to put an end to Jake Paul?
No, I really like Jake a lot, but once he's in that ring, you have to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
Taking this fight
straight up.
So
Mike's so good at that, ain't he?
Yeah, like he came in like, I'm a nice guy, but I'm gonna kill you. Like I really like Jake, but once he's in the ring, he's gonna fight like his life depends on it. And the funny thing about it, we know that we're looking at a guy, I don't want to say used to be, but we're looking at a guy that we know is a wolf in sheep's clothing. When he talks, it's almost innocent, right? It's almost childlike.
Right.
But we know that if he unzip the back of that thing, a wolf gonna jump out of there, man, a pure beast. They said they have now taken the headgear off. The gloves are now small. I want to say 12 ounce. I might be wrong with the number. 10, is it 10 rounds? 8 rounds, maybe?
I don't think it's that long. Maybe 8.
I don't know.
Maybe 8.
Maybe 8.
5.
I just
I want to hear your take on this.
I said I'll say this piece. I believe that Mike can do it inside of 4. When you get to that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 round. 8 2-minute rounds. Thank you, Ham. Okay, so 8 2-minute rounds. So I'll go halfway. I'll say good 4, right?
4.
Depending on how active they are.
Right.
And I don't know if Jake Paul want to be that active with old Mike. But again, Mike is 60, dog. What, 58? Like, taking the punches. And I think Jake Paul got a heavy hand. I really do. I believe he has a heavy hand. We can't be fooled in our fandom to think we still got the same Mike Tyson at 60 that we had at 18, 19, 20, 21.
Right.
My knees don't work like they used to. Hell. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on it?
I actually had a chance to meet Jake Paul like twice. Jake Paul and his brother. I was backstage when Mayweather came and fought the brother. Let's not forget that fight. Y'all remember that fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was there in the pre-fight when Jake Paul, took Mayweather's hat. I was in the stadium recording when that happened. Took his hat and Mayweather them beat him up. And this brother here, the other brother comes across kind of clean cut surfer guy. This brother comes across as kind of grimy, kind of like, yeah, he would throw a fight. Yeah. I don't think it's real, Hayes, but I really respect the Paul brothers because I think they've created WWE in boxing.
Okay.
And I think they have enough money, right, to pay a guy to take a fall. And I think they have enough money to pay a guy because they're controlling everything. Why would they ever set something up for them to lose? And he hasn't lost, right? Maybe once, I think.
I think he got 1 or 2
early. Mayweather didn't try to kill his brother. It was just a fight. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. But I do think there are men that like to fight and they'll get in there and fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not kill each other. But I don't think it's real at all. I think they've created WWE in boxing, and they have enough money to say, "Hey, man, you pass your prime, take a fall. How much? 500,000? $1 million? How much? And then they make 30 million off the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think they've created it, bro.
So can I ask this now? What is the value of your legacy? And I'm just saying this, I'm kind of throwing some terms out there at you that I've been hearing throughout or reading or seeing throughout the internet.
What's the value of it?
No, what's the value of your legacy? Meaning you're willing to go out here, you're still Mike Tyson. And you're willing to, if you know what you're saying is it's got some validity to it. I get where you're going.
Right.
But you're Mike Tyson. He's Jake Paul. He's in essence nobody insofar as in the boxing world.
Right.
You are Mike Tyson. And you are willing to take a check to the YouTuber.
I don't. So no. So I think you got what I'm saying confused. I don't think you could pay.
No, I'm not comparing you. I'm saying what people are saying. I'm asking you that.
No, question. I don't think you could pay a Mike Tyson or Mayweather to take a fall because they do have a legacy. I think you can negotiate with a Tyson, and Tyson look at you and be like, "I'm not letting you knock me out, motherfucker. You're gonna have to knock me out." So what we finna do? And it turns into kind of like, all right, just don't kill me, because Mayweather did not try to kill his brother. Mayweather could have obliterated his brother, dog. He could have, bigger man or not. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather could have hurt his brother, but he didn't. And I think that's two businessmen saying, your world meets my world. How many pay-per-views can we sell? Conor McGregor, Mayweather, your world meets my world. How many pay-per-views we could sell? And people may not like it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But it's entertainment. Y'all it's entertainment. Like every time somebody say the NFL is rigged, y'all haven't seen that girl and Travis Kelce out anywhere since the football league, right? I haven't seen them on nothing. I haven't seen them at a date. I haven't seen them at Burger King.
I just had them to the house last week for dinner. They was chilling. Oh, for real.
Have you seen them anywhere together?
I'm telling you, they was here at the house last week for dinner.
Doing what?
For dinner. We ate dinner. I made them some ravioli.
Yeah, that's just my belief. I believe it's entertainment. I don't think Travis Kelce and that girl was together. When you heard him speak to her, he didn't ask her things that somebody would ask their girlfriend. Like he didn't talk to her like somebody would talk to their girlfriend.
All right, hold on, Street. So now I thought you meant entertainment, meaning like put them on the stage. Now, you're saying you don't think they were ever together as like a couple.
Have you seen them? I haven't seen them. I may be dead wrong. Since the Super Bowl, I haven't seen them together.
I mean, I'm not a celebrity news follower, so L&V.
I haven't seen them. But at the end of the day, what we're saying is entertainment, and they've created entertainment and made it feel like culture, and it feels real, and that's what makes you want to buy. That's what Nike made us believe that football was life.
So, dog, what you're telling me, because I keep hearing you saying, you're telling me we are truly living in the Matrix. Nothing is real. Like, it's almost like nothing, not saying nothing, I'm not talking 100%, but I'm saying the things that we see every day, celebrity relationships, this kind of stuff, it is always geared, and I understand it's about money, capitalism, and so forth, but they are now to the point where they could be staging the relationships to garner more attention, like you said, from your world, the Swifties, to the NFL, to try to bring, quote unquote, like you said, now I'm with you, more money, because you're bringing a brand new audience of women, maybe young women, 20-year-old women, 20 age, in their 20s. That's what I was trying to say. Women to this sport.
The NFL has created the ultimate league in the United States, right? How does it become larger? Expands to overseas.
Global.
And create storylines, especially a storyline that people don't think like. It catches you off guard. Like you don't think that would be not real.
Damn.
You seem upset. Which pill you took? The blue pill or the red pill?
That's what I'm trying to think. Which pill I took this morning? I don't know if I took the blue one or the red one, and now I can't remember. If I took the blue one, is this why I'm thinking this way? If I took the red one, I'm thinking this way. Kind of confused.
No, hey, but nothing's different. Nothing has changed. Think about it. Nothing has changed in television. You had real wrestlers, right? And then somebody created WWF. Remember, they used to dress like wrestlers, like high school wrestlers. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody created that, made it fake, and made more money. The real wrestlers were probably saying the same thing. Like, that's not real wrestling. Yeah, but they're making a whole bunch of money.
The Bushwhackers, baby. The Bushwhackers.
Entertainment. They brought personalities to wrestling. Then all of a sudden they started wearing different things outside of the wrestling uniform.
Oh yeah. This is the Macho Man. Elizabeth, come on in here. Let me tell you something, Hulk. When I get into that ring, I'm gonna lay this Slim Jim down on you.
So Hayes is not. Nothing has changed. Like, remember David Copperfield? Remember, nothing has changed. like things has always been kind of. Was that real? Or was that not real? What's the guy used to walk around with all the black on?
David Blaine. David Blaine.
Right.
Oh.
So
I love magic.
Yeah, things have always been like that. So it's nothing different. It's just it's more in your face now.
Yeah, I guess social media, phones, computers, stuff like that. I get it. All right, man. What's your I don't see how, man? We got 302 in the building. We need 3 more people, so we have 305.
And we got to get you out of here, dog, too. So real fast, man. I don't see how somebody did this Kamani McClain video this fast.
What did it do?
It says Kamani McClain versus Washington, first half. I probably don't want to play it because I like Kamani McClain. But since we do own see hows, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody did this as soon as he committed to Florida, and they literally like
somebody living in a basement.
Breaking news,
Oh,
Hayes Fawcett, Kamani McClain commits to Florida. Then Florida boy from Corey said Kamani McClain versus Washington State first half Arizona highlight. Immediately after. Y'all get the gist. Y'all get the gist, right? I don't see how somebody did this that fast. These people are brutal, dog.
Cause they get to hide behind that keyboard, bro. And the thing is, as soon as he probably jumped in the portal, they already cut this up. All they had to do is say where it was coming from, like where. I'm just saying, like this is
Florida boy is a Hurricane fan, I think. So it's in the fandom world, it's hilarious. But I don't think they ever sit down and think about what if that was my child. That don't ever cross their mind.
That these young kids, man,
they don't ever cross their mind.
I hate to say this to it. These are child stars, like, and people don't want to say they're not kids.
Right.
Oh, no, I don't know. They're not 29, dog. They're not these 17, 18, 19-year-old. They kids, dog. I know you may not, when I say you, I'm speaking in general, you may not see them as kids because you may be 25. So this is funny to you because that's your peer.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? And I get it. But here's what I say. It's also sports and entertainment. And you have to be ridiculed in regards to this because you want to live. If you do want to live in the entertainment world, dang, dog, come on. If you want to live in the entertainment world,
come on, like they're going to help him. Like that's going to help.
The coach came out me right quick.
Ooh, look at Cam Ward. Ooh.
So all the thing I'm saying to you is, if you want to live in this entertainment world, you got to be prepared to get booed. You got to be prepared to be heckled if you want to be a comedian. You got to be prepared to hear no a lot if you want to be a rapper or a singer or whatever. So this is part. The difference is your boardroom is on Saturday, on every Saturday in the fall, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, boy. I'm finna get up out here. I'll let you close this thing out, man. We are in the Virgin Islands, man. And go ahead, go holler at y'all, boy.
All right, get out of here, though. Hey, look, that's a tackle right there. Another nice tackle by Kamani right there. What we talking about? That boy didn't catch that ball, did he? But Cam Ward out there balling, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, for anybody who think this is funny what they put the music with it and stuff, right? But freshman cornerbacks struggle all the time, like we talked about last night. Artie Burns went first round, man, and his first year, man, was atrocious. So freshman quarterbacks struggle a lot. This is not anything watching. This is not something that is like an anomaly. Oh man, that man can't play. No, man, we've seen some of the best freshman cornerbacks struggle. A lot of them don't even get on the field. So shout out to y'all, man. We're gonna get up out of here. Make sure you hit the like button. Y'all can go check out Coach Hayes. He got a show tonight. Right now, X is on Twitter, doing a space. You go check out Coach Hayes' mama. She on TikTok right now selling cupcakes and frozen cups on TikTok. I don't know how she do that on TikTok. I don't know how she take the money or not, but they say she be doing it over there. So go check Coach Hayes' mama out on TikTok. And we'll see y'all back here tomorrow, man. I'm Street, light-skinned brother gone. We out of here.